What in the world is going on, everybody? Welcome in to episode 25. We are 25, not years old, but not even weeks old. We're 25 episodes old. We're the EJC NFL pod. I am your host, Erik Johnson. You can find my ramblings on Twitter at Fantasy Barbecue. That's a BBQ there. The esteemed gentleman in his garage with the sweet whiteboard out there, that will be Cam the Unprofessional. Please do not give him a follow at Twitter.
Don't do it.
At that guy is Cam. And the big old handsome son of a gun you see right there, that's old Jason Mitchell. His nickname is Big Head equals Big Brain. I don't know about all that now, but you can see all his Tennessee propaganda over on Twitter at Big Chill Squad. Jason, what is up?
I don't know. I like that you used the word propaganda. It is propaganda. We're trying to sell shit nowadays.
You trying to get on that Dallas Cowboys level, right?
I'm trying to get on that Julio Jones level.
Julio!
Cam, what's going on, my friend? What you drinking?
This is a Ghost River Gold Golden Ale. It's beer. I switched from a wine. I've made a lot of questionable choices here. Like I was a wine guy for a while, and I didn't like it. I didn't like being stuck with that. And then I'm a hat guy now, which I fucked up. Like, cause I don't have a lot of hats, so I'm just in a world of shit.
You have worn the same hat each time, and I'm really disappointed, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm disappointed too. You know what else I'm disappointed in? Have you seen the movie Little Giants? Y'all remember that movie?
Yeah.
I saw that movie like 25 years ago, man.
I vaguely remember it.
Yeah, I remember it pretty hard, and I don't like it. So
you don't like it?
But you're doing great.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Why do you remember it hard? What?
Because we got some Shinfo coming later, and I just wanted to set that playing field for everybody real quick.
And I ruined it. So this episode, we're going to be talking about the NFC East, the division that's near and dear to my heart as a Dallas Cowboys fan. I expect nothing but hate from these two hateful individuals that are my co-host here. Before we get into that, though, and it's going to be a phenomenal undertaking. Cam, you like that little joke right there? The Phenom, the Undertaker?
That was good. Yep. If I could roll my eyes back, I would, but they'd probably get stuck.
Yeah, they would, and that would probably be an improvement. But before we get into the meat, we need some potatoes. And speaking of potatoes, we have an awesome. So usually we do you talking good. So that's like the NFL rumors.
You talking good?
You talking good? We're not doing that today. We are going to do a food draft.
You talking food?
We talking food. All right. So what we're going to do here? We got a fast food items draft. So we're going to pick our perfect entree, whether that be a burger, chicken, whatever you want. We're going to pick our perfect side. We're going to pick our perfect beverage. Cam, you have the first pick in the draft. This is going to be a snake draft. Jason, Rochambeau, real quick, for whatever position we want. You ready?
Yeah.
Paper, rock, scissors, shoot. Okay. Paper, rock, scissors, shoot. Damn it. Paper, rock, scissors, shoot. Oh, my God. Paper, rock, scissors, shoot. Got his ass. Let me get the third spot. I want to be on the turn. I want two picks in a row. All right, Cam, kick this off. So the rules for this are you cannot choose two items from the same restaurant, and that's pretty much it. The other rule is we're going to talk about this so people will retweet it and stuff.
It's got to have a drive-through, right?
It has to have a drive-through, exactly. Yeah. So like Five Guys burgers are clearly the best, but you can't take that because there's no drive-through there.
All right. Well,
for your first pick, what are you taking? What's delicious as hell to you?
I totally agree with the Five Guys thing. That was before we got all the rules set out. That was my number one, that double cheeseburger. But I have defected, and I'm gonna throw it out there.
Like that.
I'm gonna stick with the double cheeseburger. But you know where we're going for it? We're going to Cookout, baby. We're going to get that double cheeseburger, and we're gonna load it up with all the condiments. We're gonna put a little bacon on it. We're gonna put that cheese on there. Number one, first round pick, baby.
I like it. That is delicious. That is absolutely delicious. A little bit of a southern thing, but that's okay. Jason, what you got? Where are you starting at? So you don't have to take your entree because Cam just took his, but you can get the number one in a different category if you wanted.
Yeah,
the entree is the most position.
I think there's clearly a most position, and it's the beverage, baby. Let me go ahead and get Baja Blast off the board first and foremost.
My
Son
man.
of a biscuit.
Yep.
That was Jason. That was legit. My number one. My number
because
one beverage.
It's so
Number
rare.
one overall?
No, just my
Well,
number
yeah.
one beverage.
Well, think about how many there are, really, Cam. I mean, there's not that many original, like, specific special beverages between
Yeah.
drive-thrus. That was the
Yes.
Alpha. And
You're
the Alpha.
absolutely right. The alpha. And the, so y'all have taken an entree and a beverage. That means I'm going to take my first side. And these are I don't even know how to sum these up. They're delicious, right? And I'm
Yep.
getting these with whatever dipping sauce I want. Give me the waffle fries from Chick-fil-A.
Ooh, I got to know what sauce are you taking with it? I just want to know.
Chick-fil-A sauce. You kidding me? Get out of my life
Obviously. Okay.
with that other trash. Now they're okay. They're okay with ranch. Don't get me wrong, but the Chick-fil-A sauce is just you can eat that like you could eat a steak. I don't recommend it, but you can eat a steak with Chick-fil-A sauce.
I'm
All
going
right,
to do
so-
it now on one of these episodes.
just to well, you don't like steak. We already covered that.
You're a son of a bitch.
This dude gets he gets chicken at steakhouses. So
Alice Springs chicken from Outback. Anywhere else I get steak, man. You can't. Oh, God damn it. I'm not doing this with you tonight. Not doing it. Fucking. No.
all right. So I already took my Chick-fil-A item. I'm not going to give y'all any ideas. What I'm going to take, this is a very West Coast thing. So I don't know if y'all actually had this before, but I'm going to take a double animal style from In-N-Out. Give me all those caramelized onions. Give me that burger sauce. Give me that delicious meat in my mouth.
Yep.
That's pretty rough. I've never had it, so I can't even.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
I'm with you.
Like I said, it's a regional thing, but my California, Arizona, my West Coast folks, y'all know what's up. And well, I'm gonna let you go. All right, Jason, it's your turn next. We'll talk about a little bit of this stuff after the draft.
Okay. All right. So
What do you have so far, Jason? I totally forgot.
I have Baja Blast.
So delicious.
Which is a great fucking start.
It's so delicious.
All right. I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. A Wendy's spicy chicken.
Dude,
The number
Yes.
6. Oh,
that was actually if I wouldn't have got the number one and somebody would have took a cheeseburger, I was going to take that. The spicy chicken is
Yeah.
so good, man.
yeah. That is my go-to order at Wendy's. 100%. What do you put on it, Jason? Do you leave it as it is, or do you put something on it?
I'll leave it as it is. The one
So
I mess with. Oh, actually, I can't say it. I'll tell. We'll circle back.
No, I got you. No, I love putting their barbecue sauce on there too. Give me everything on it plus their barbecue sauce. Lord have mercy.
I'm
All right,
trying
Cam.
it next time.
Cam, you've got 2 picks so far. Cam has a cookout double cheeseburger with all the fixings on there. It is freaking delicious. I've had a couple of those in my life, and they never disappoint.
That's right. They're
So-
phenomenal.
So now you've got your side and your beverage, Cam.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out this beverage because I'm just going to put this out there. I love a Fountain Mountain Dew. Fountain Dew is amazing. But there's one thing besides the Baja Blast, obviously, that I have found that's on equal level that I would go great with this cheeseburger because I've had it with this cheeseburger before is a Fountain Cheerwine. Give me a Fountain
Ooh.
Cheerwine.
Where from?
I mean, anywhere down in the South. You can get it
Okay.
from Cookout. You can get
You
it
just
from
want to do like Bojangles or something?
Bojangles
Yeah.
works. It doesn't matter. As long as you got that carbonation in it, it's amazing.
I just spelled it Bojangles. So
It's
there's that.
Biscuitville, homie.
Biscuitville. Yeah, Biscuitville. Yeah.
That's where the tier wine lives.
It's so
Biscuitville.
good.
Perfect. I'm writing all these down so we don't forget them in our Twitter poll. All right, Cam. So now you got your side. I mean, he's got a delicious little combo right now. What are you taking for your side? Because I'm actually excited for this.
So my side, I went through this a lot and I was going back and forth, and I'm pretty excited that the waffle fries was in there, but my number one, because I just love them so much, and I'm gonna get a side of zesty sauce with it. It's Burger King French fries, man. Give me them French fries, my favorite ones. Give me that zesty sauce. I'm gonna nom it up. It's gonna be disgusting to look at me. I'm gonna love it.
You just got zesty sauce splattered all over your freaking beard.
Yeah.
Oh, and
pretty
your
much.
hat. You'll have to buy a new hat. You'll be a double hat guy after all the zesty sauce gets everywhere.
I would not be a hat guy after that.
All right, Jason, you have the Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich. Oh my God, so good. Baja Blast from Taco Bell, you son of a gun. That was my number one. What do you have for your side?
Oh my God, this is such a difficult.
It's a hard thing. Dude, we were talking about this earlier. The sides are the hardest.
It absolutely is. And man, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with the Arby's curly fry.
Oh, dude, I forgot about the curly fries.
On my short list, 100%. They were, I think they were number 2 for me. Love some, and they're seasoned so well. It's almost like they're like a little spicy. Oh man,
It's beautiful. It's just a work of art by a fast food restaurant. It's amazing.
everything else from Arby's, I got to be honest with y'all. You know, it gives me the squirts. It's bad news bears.
Well, you don't go to Arby's for a good meal. You go to Arby's knowing what you're about to get yourself into. You got a day off the next day. You've had things have been going too good for you. Like you just got a promotion. You're like, I'm gonna fuck my day up.
Yeah,
I need the meat sweats.
The meat
sweats. Yep.
All right, so I have a couple different ways I can go with this. I'm going to finish it off with my beverage. I have a really southern staple, which I'm surprised y'all didn't take, but I don't know how well to do in the polls because I don't know how well I can talk about whatever I want now because we're done. Also, for my last side I had, I was going to sneak one in there. Chocolate chip cookie from Subway. Subway is trash, but their chocolate chip cookies are phenomenal.
Stupid.
So I gotta be honest with y'all. I'm between a sweet tea from Bojangles and a Sonic slush, a grape Sonic slush.
I didn't even fucking think about Sonic.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh,
so I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Sonic slush based off of y'all's reactions. I'm gonna go with the Sonic slush, dude.
You're so close, bro. You're so
close. What is your go-to?
You know, it's the ocean water, baby.
Okay, yeah.
Who doesn't fuck with the ocean water?
That's my mom's. That's my mom's go-to. When we go there, that's what she always got.
Have you ever had the Coke, the vanilla Coke with lime and cherry in it, dude?
Nah.
Dude, try that. I tried it for the first time. No, just as a regular beverage.
Oh, okay,
but it's fucking amazing.
They do the flavor shots.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
So
I'm going to run through the teams real quick, and then we'll get into our actual teams that we we're NFL pod. So Cam has a cookout double cheeseburger. Oh, delicious. Burger King French fries. He is slathering in zesty sauce. And a fountain cheer wine from Biscuitville. Let's go. Jason has a Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich, which in my opinion is the second best chicken sandwich. You messed up. You should have went with Chick-fil-A's, but that's whatever. He's got Arby's curly fries.
Debatable. I'll debate that all.
Honestly, and I don't want to get too off the rails here, but honestly, Popeye's chicken sandwich, I know it was like a big thing a couple years ago. It is phenomenal. But here's the problem. There's too much variance in it. I've had a really good Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich, and I've had a trash Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich as well. And then for Jason's side, he had Arby's curly fries. I mean, dip them in ketchup, dip them in ranch, dip them in whatever you want.
Arby's sauce, dude. Arby's sauce.
You're dipping them in my tears because I didn't get them. And then Baja Blast from Taco Bell. Delicious. I've got, for my West Coast folks, I got me a double animal style from In-N-Out. Waffle fries from Chick-fil-A. So good. And then a Sonic slush. You can choose whatever Sonic slush you want. I'm a grape guy myself. I love. Oh gosh, I just pulled my chest hair out.
Looking like taco meat.
Looking like taco.
I
love a Baja Blast from Taco Bell.
Give me some fucking.
So those are our teams. We're going to throw that up on Twitter a little bit later. We'll probably throw it up on Facebook as well, and we'll get y'all's opinions about it. I'm hungry, to be honest with you. I might get some DoorDash tonight. I've already eaten dinner, and I might do it anyways because I just don't care.
Fuck it.
But there is our food debate. We haven't done one of those in a few episodes, so I like it. You guys brought some freaking fire in there. All right. So we're going to get into the NFC East. We're going to break down their fantasy relevant players from each team. Obviously, we're going to go. We're going to kind of mix it around a little bit. We're not going alphabetical order like most people do. But, Jason, did you get my message earlier? We're going to do the Cowboys first?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're going to give the people what they want first. And then we're probably going to lose all our viewers after that. But that's okay.
Not going to sit well.
So I was in charge of doing a little research for the Cowboys. I do have some questions for y'all as well, though. I think some very thought-provoking things are going to happen here. And you're definitely going to get a better fantasy understanding. For those that are watching, you're going to get a much better fantasy understanding of these players. For last season with the Cowboys, it's a tale of two seasons, 100%. You almost have to throw it out in a way.
Yeah.
Typical Cowboy fucking bullshit.
Shut up. You can take those 5 games that Dak played. Their projections are too much. They're not going to do that. It's going to level off at some point. However, I think we can take a little bit of knowledge from that and forecast and or project into 2021 for these players. So we're going to start out with the most position, the quarterback position. Dak Prescott. I was trying to think of a cool nickname for him. I couldn't. Someone take a swig of beer for me. Hold on.
Dak on the attack or something. I don't know.
Dak attack Prescott. Hold on.
There we go.
This is for me because I couldn't think of a good nickname.
Idiot bitch.
Somebody was getting it tonight.
Yeah, it was me.
This motherfucker was talking all this shit before we came over here. Like, somebody's getting the idiot bitch tonight. It's going to be one of y'all. And he fucking does
it was instantly him.
Just
literally tripped over the starting line.
I don't know. I suck. I'm really drunk, guys. Okay, no, I'm just playing. I'm really not that drunk. I'm not drunk at all. Actually, I don't even have one. So,
well,
anyways,
I'm already ready to argue.
Perfect.
I don't think you can throw away last season at all. I think
that's fine.
I got clearly number one before that.
Okay, I have something for you then, Jason.
Okay.
So I actually did find a good ADP site. I know with Shane last week, we were going off of the Fantasy Pros expert consensus rankings. I found a good ADP site. It's good, más o menos. A lot of this ADP is driven by dynasty drafts, so you're going to see some of the younger players be a lot higher than they normally would be, but it's pretty accurate, to at least in my opinion. So we got Dak at QB5 at ADP right now. He was on pace for 710 pass attempts. Yes, that would be a record. Yep. 5,939 passing yards. Yes, that would be a record through 5 games. He also had 4 rushing touchdowns through 5 games. I mean, like Jason, you had said it already. He was the QB1, and no one else was close through 5 games. Right. No one. He was averaging, I think, 6 more fantasy points per game than any other quarterback. If you had him, you were probably 4-1, 5-0. Just being honest. So I have a question. Go ahead, Jason. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just saying in 2019, he would have been number one if you take away Lamar Jackson's feet. So
well, yeah.
To me,
that would be fucked
you're the
up,
number one.
We can't take someone's feet away.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Give me them goddamn feet.
He would have been the number one pocket passer in 2019, going into 2020, and got a brand new, got this brand new weapon in CeeDee Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of defenses earlier on didn't really know what to do with these guys yet. They had to respect everyone. I think when he went down, that's why you saw the offense level up. I don't think that was a destined to be, but I also don't think he would have had 700-some attempts. I just think it would have stayed pretty ridiculous through the year.
Yeah,
the defense wasn't helping him.
You're absolutely right, Jason. That's what I was about to say. That the defense was so bad. They got a little bit better throughout the year. The defense did, but still, it was probably a bottom 5 defense. So I got a game to play with y'all. It's pick your. I'm going to call it pick your poison.
Yeah, here we go.
So we got 1, 2, 3. I have 4 quarterbacks here. For fantasy purposes, would you rather have these quarterbacks or Dak? So we're going to start out with Kyler Murray, and I'm going to start out with Cam.
Fuck. Man, Kyler Murray.
Did you step on a Lego? Sound like you stepped on a Lego.
I might have in my brain. Because here's the thing, man. I like both of these quarterbacks going into this year. They're both going to be fucking phenomenal. But if I had to pick the two, I'd probably take Dak, man. I'm just going to give you your due. He's going to tear it up this year. As long as he stays healthy, he's going to fucking annihilate that fucking the division this year.
Yeah. Jason?
If Julio Jones goes to Arizona, I'll take Kyler.
That's all bets are off, yeah.
But my thing is, I honestly believe Dallas has the better receiving corps. So.
And Julio's going to Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's fair. No, so I think just for me, I believe I would take Kyler just a tad, only because of the rushing upside. I'm scared that Dak is going to be a little bit tentative with the rushing based off of the ankle. That's the only thing that I have to say about
I
that.
don't.
Tran is chiming in real quick. Tran says, "I love Dak this year too." Yeah, man. Tran, tell us. You can throw your comments in here too, man. As we go through these players, who would you take? This person and or Dak?
Erik, we finally threw you a bone on the fucking Dallas Cowboys, and you're just gonna fucking shit in our faces. Okay, you go ahead and take Murray.
I'm like Odell Beckham in that way. That's what I like. That's how I get.
You just like
That's how I get
hating
down,
Cowboys
maybe.
fan.
You just like it.
I don't even want to host the show anymore.
This is my favorite day.
All right, so two for Dak, one for Kyler on that one. We got Lamar Jackson up next. Dak Prescott or Lamar Jackson?
That's not fair.
Yeah,
it is fair. There's a hard one. That's why I wanted it. Jason, we'll go to you first on this.
2019 repeat. I already called this. I think what they did with Lamar Jackson, we argued last week about it, but I think what they did with Lamar Jackson, giving him more weapons, honestly, anything that can give him a wrinkle just has giant results. So, yeah, I can't put Dak in front of that. I feel like you could put friggin' Jerry Rice on the field with this man, and just to have the name, you'd get 60 yards more a game running the ball. I mean, all he needs is any distraction. I don't know how else to say it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
he's a magician. So are you taking Lamar instead over? Okay, cool. Yeah. What's your name? Cam. It says Cam Hall right there. All right, Cam.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know how many more of these you got, but I'm just going to go ahead and lay it out. If I could take any quarterback, if I could have any quarterback, I would take Dak Prescott this year. Like, that would be my number one overall. I would take him, and I would be 100% happy with him. I'll take him over any quarterback.
That is a spicy take. Hotter than Jason's spicy or Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich earlier. Yeah. So over Patrick Mahomes, over Josh Allen as well?
Okay, so I didn't think about Mahomes. Obviously, Mahomes would be the number one. But right after him, I'm putting Dak. Like, obviously, I'm never going to get a pick Mahomes in a league because I never landed the number one pick spot. And then also, fucking, I don't suck in my league, so I'm not going to fucking, pick, first. So, yeah, I would take Dak right after Mahomes over anybody.
That's debatable that you don't suck in your leagues, but
well, yeah.
So, Jason, these next two will be for you then, because we already know where Cam stands. We got Justin Herbert and Russell Wilson.
Oh, I got to pick between, or I'm saying Dak over.
Dak over either them two or Dak.
Definitely Dak.
Dak. I'm in the same boat. I think Justin Herbert's awesome. I think Russell Wilson is amazing. But yeah, man. Oh, speaking of the devil, a Seahawks fan pops in here as soon as we start talking about Russell Wilson.
Jay,
our boy Jay. Yeah, man. So I would take Dak over both, but I think that they're kind of like 5 and 6 in my rankings as far as that goes. All right, cool. So let's move on to Zeke Elliott. Feed him more. So he's the RB7 in ADP. I think that's pretty appropriate.
Yeah.
He was on pace for 285 carries, not the high point of his career. I think it would have been the second or third most in his career. 1,165 rushing yards, 16 rushing touchdowns, though. He had a touchdown for every game that Dak was the starting quarterback. This is the crazy thing to me, man. 102 targets. If he gets that target volume, I don't think he will. I think it'll be a little less. I'm going to say like 85-ish, 80 to 85.
Yeah.
But you're talking he could end up he has potential to be the top running back in fantasy football in 2021. He's going to have to see that touchdown volume, though. He'll have to see that. He's got to stop fumbling the daggum ball. But I do have one thing before I get to y'all two's opinions about that. It's his age 26 season. He's turning 26 in like a month or two. He's got 1,652 career touches in the NFL, and he has only 2 seasons with double-digit touchdowns, and that's rushing and receiving touchdowns, which really surprised me. Do you think, Jason, that RB7 is pretty appropriate value for him, or would you have him higher or lower?
Wow. Let's go 9. RB9.
Okay.
I'm trying to think it out in my head, but I know I don't believe he's top 5. I can tell you that.
Okay.
I know I don't believe he's top 5.
But that's fair. It's like I said, he has a potential to be there, but a lot of running backs have the potential to be in the top 5.
Yeah.
Cam, what do you think?
I'm cool with it. Because here's the thing. Just like I said about Mike Evans, man, you can judge a man by his floor, but I'm judging him by his ceiling. I'm one of those guys that is trying to look at what's going to happen, and I think 7's an appropriate spot because when he's healthy, man, he's nasty. And with the Dallas Cowboys, I told you this earlier, Eric. Real quick. I had the inspection on my new home today. Me and my wife got our house. We had our inspection today, which was phenomenal. Thank you.
So sorry. I totally forgot to say that.
My wife busted her ass this past year to, really just shout out to my wife. She did a fucking phenomenal job.
She put Cam. She was working. Cam was running his OnlyFans.
Yeah,
they brought in enough money for a down payment.
Yeah,
it's phenomenal.
But I actually was talking to the inspector this morning, who's a huge fantasy football guy. I promoted the show and everything. He's got it. He might be watching. I don't know. Anyway, we were talking and going back and forth with fantasy football and all this, and we were like, dude, Dallas has the tools. I really think. Thanks, Trent. I really think that they're going to win their division. I think they're a shoo-in for it. As long as Dak is healthy and the rest of these guys stay healthy, their offense is just nasty, dude. I really like the Cowboys doing something big this year. I'm not saying they're going to the Super Bowl. And I think Ezekiel Elliott is going to be one of the just as much as Dak is going to be a main staple of that. A main staple of that, I think Ezekiel Elliott's going to do fucking amazing this year.
$3 a minute, Jay.
And I thank you for those $3, Jay. You're the man.
Get wrecked, you nerd. Oh, that is awesome. All right, so I'm going to hit 11 and Tran says 11-6 for the boys this year. As much, he also commented, as much as it pains him to say.
It's
appreciate
so weird.
We appreciate
that off number.
Yeah. I hate it a lot. It's going to take a minute. So I'm going to cruise through the rest of these, or I'm going to cruise through Tony Pollard. He got one game without Zeke. Zeke's first game he ever missed from injury in his career. He balled the hell out. He was the running back 2 on the week, and it was in week 15. So he helped push you probably to your championship game. I think it's nothing really more to be said. If Zeke wasn't there, or if Zeke goes down with injury, Tony Pollard is an RB, as a top 12 running back. No problem. Do y'all disagree with that at all?
No.
Cool. So we got CeeDee Lamb next. I'm gonna kind of roll these two into each other. CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper. CeeDee Lamb, his ADP is wide receiver 15. Just remember, like I said, this is a lot. A lot of some of this is bled over from Dynasty. So he's obviously he's 22, I want to say, and then Amari Cooper is wide receiver 18 in ADP. You got to flip flop them. All right, I'm going to hit you with their 16 game paces with Dak as their quarterback. CeeDee Lamb was 128 targets, 93 receptions, almost 1,400 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Phenomenal. He would have got close to Justin Jefferson in that rookie record. I'm only going to say one thing about Amari Cooper. His 16-game pace with Dak, 176 targets.
Wow.
He is Dak's favorite receiver, and it's not even close. All these folks. So I had a conversation with somebody in our league earlier, talking about Michael Gallup, who we'll talk about in a second. Amari Cooper is going to ball out this year as long as everyone stays healthy. And I'm going to stop saying that because we kind of assume that when we make projections.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper is going to finish as a top 5 wide receiver, and I'm not even sad about saying that. That is my take for this season. What do you guys think?
Yeah, he was the only one that was there last year when it was the Red Rockets problem. When you watch those games, man, Amari Cooper was the guy that came out, put the S on his chest. So, I mean, I can't. Also, when Dak was coming along, Amari Cooper was like all they had. So, of course, they have.
He was.
Yeah, of course,
and
they have that.
They have an incredible connection, man.
Yeah.
And Amari Cooper, he's not a let me see here. Tran's got a big old thing for us. It says Lamb, I feel, gets closer to 20 plus just because of Smith, Waddle, and Chase in the league. Sure, they may They may not do phenomenal, but all have the availability to get the top catches for their respective teams. And there's another thing to go with. There's another thing to go with that. Tran, CeeDee Lamb plays exclusively, pretty much out of the slot. We kind of always go ahead. Sorry.
Wait till we get to the Eagles. I'm about to piss him off.
Let's go.
Butters is about to get real mad at Carpenter.
So all I'm going to say is Amari Cooper over CeeDee Lamb for this year. It remains to be seen what will happen after that. I believe, if I can give me 2 seconds here, I believe they can. I hate you. Let's see how Amari's contract kind of plays out. I mean, they would save $16 million in cap if they cut him in next season's off season. So we'll see. But if he finishes like I believe he will, Michael Gallup is gone. So that's a perfect segue to Michael Gallup. He's a wide receiver 49 in ADP right now. That's just disrespect. It's just plain disrespect to him. He finished as the wide receiver 38 in PPR in 2020, the wide receiver 22 in 2019. He's the only deep threat on the team. He's an outside wide receiver. He actually showed, well, it was with Andy Dalton, of course, but he showed a lot of chemistry and kind of a knack for the end zone at the end of last season. So
he works the sideline. He
does, man. He's good contested catch rate. I believe I don't have it pulled up in front of me, but he was like, I want to say 16th in contested catch rate among wide receivers. So he can go up and get the ball. He's not the best athlete in the world, but neither is DeAndre Hopkins. And I'm not calling him DeAndre Hopkins. Don't get me wrong. But I had a guy asking me earlier, Cam, you brought it up as well. I really think, let's see here. Trans says the biggest issue was drops. Maybe for real life football, drops don't count in fantasy football.
No, and look at Devontae Adams, man. What was his thing in like his first or second year? Everybody was like, "Oh, he's gonna be a bust. He drops all the time." Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. I like Gallup. Keith, if you're listening to this, the conversation we had earlier, send me that trade. I'm all about it. I like Gallup.
I want Gallup too, Keith.
Making moves.
I got picks still, Keith. Wait, did you get picks back?
He did.
I did.
I don't like it.
I have seen rumors of Gallup getting potentially traded near the trade deadline this season. So we'll see what happens. To that point, to Indy, to various different teams, he could be the wide receiver 1 for a team. He really could be.
Absolutely. If Aguilar can land a wide receiver 1 position, this dude obviously can. That's all I'm saying.
There we go. So,
bro, I hate to burst your bubble. He's going to be there all year, and when he leaves next year, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. So,
I'm cool with that. I mean, if I pick him up in fantasy, I don't care where he goes. Eric's the one that's going to be real upset.
Yeah, I'm talking to him as a fan of his team.
A shitty team.
Moving on. We'll talk about two tight ends real quick. Jay says rookie devil's advocate. Rookies typically play slot. Yeah, depends on who you are. It helps, especially big.
That was good. That was
no. It's fair, especially for Big 12 receivers because they don't play any defense in college. That's perfect for him. He's not getting pressed. He's not getting man. He's getting those free releases off the line of scrimmage. We'll see how he does because I guarantee you he's going to play a lot more on the outside this season, which I think can boost his fantasy value. CeeDee Lamb, that is. But moving on, so to the 2 tight ends, Blake Jarwin, he had a lot of steam going into 2022. He was the 17th tight end in ADP. He tore his ACL after one target, one catch, 12 yards. Pretty rough. Here's my problem with the tight ends. That's a lot of receivers to compete with for targets. And you have Zeke, and they're going to work in Pollard for sure. So I don't know. But Dalton Schultz, who was our starting tight end who was Dallas Cowboys starting tight end last season, was I put wide receiver. He was a tight end.
I was looking at the notes and I was like, what's happening?
Tight end 31 in ADP right now. He was the 9th most targeted tight end in 2020. That's a lot of targets. He was not very effective with those opportunities, though. He was the 18th ranked tight end in PPR per game scoring. So I think Blake Jarwin is more talented, definitely more athletic. Athletes are – you look at Darren Waller, you look at Travis Kelce, you look at George Kittle. Athletes excel at the tight end position. So I think Blake Jarwin can be okay at his current ADP of tight end 24, I think you could get a little bit of value, but at the end of the day, scoop him up late in drafts, in my opinion, or pick him up off the waiver wire when they have a favorable matchup. That's all I'll say about the tight ends. I'm not really targeting any of them, especially in redraft. Jason, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, just go back to Witten in the Dak years. 3 to 4 targets, and if you get a touchdown, you stream him. And I feel like that's the ceiling.
Yeah. Tran says, give Gallup to Philly. They got no one. Give Smith some room. That's a hashtag selfish prediction. And they're not trading. They're not trading in the division. It's just not going to happen.
No.
So we have, speaking of Philly, great segue there, Tran. I appreciate it.
Absolutely not. We got a segment we got to hit real quick. Where's my shinfo?
Something else to do. That's what I was about to say. So before I make a stupid mistake, let me just say this. We have NFL Shinfo with Cam. That's where he gives shitty info out about each team that said, I know I'm about to be hurt physically and in my soul.
Nah, man, I ain't even coming at you in this one. All right? But it is about the Cowboys. I promise this is not about you. I'm not going to make it personal. The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl rings, but they have yet to win over one fan that isn't a fucking idiot. Example number 1, our host, Erik Johnson. Example number 2, the douchebag in the movie Little Giants that was the coach for the Cowboys team. NFL Shinfo.
Yikes. They were the bad guys.
They were. And that dude was a douchebag. And he's going. It's our show. Ah, goddamn.
He's back.
Not today, my friends. That was awesome. All right. Little Shinfo
He's not
about
laughing.
the Dallas.
He's like, you motherfucker. You know that shit was funny.
Really not funny.
I'm just like taking in the fact. You're right, man. The Cowboys were the bad guys in that movie.
They were.
No
dude.
wonder we all hate them.
We're always the bad guys. Like everybody hates the Cowboys. Y'all are a bunch of freaking haters.
That movie, 90s. Yeah, everybody was on the Cowboys bandwagon, and then everybody was like, "You know these guys? Yeah, dude, fuck them. Fuck the Cowboys." That's the main thing.
We were taught as children to hate them.
Mm-hmm.
Indoctrination is what I heard.
And we are also groomed to know that the Giants were a bunch of fucking idiots.
Facts.
Yep.
Well, I like them.
All right. On to the Philadelphia Eagles, the worst team with the worst fans. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jason.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, now that that's out there. So before I even get started, before I even start breathing this shit, Jalen Hurts, in or out?
I don't know enough about Hurts, to be honest with you. Like I said, I just jumped back in a couple years ago. I don't know enough about him. I haven't read enough about him. I haven't watched enough of his shit. I don't know, man. Like, I don't fucking know.
Okay. Because
I'm all in.
I'm all in. I'm all in.
All right, man. Great. Let me see where is it. Do we have his ADP?
Shit. He is one of the only ones.
11. I just looked it up, Jason. It's 11.
You need to put these comments up here because we got.
Yeah, I got it. We have some discourse. I love it. Tran is out.
Ooh. Jay
is all in.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So look, he averaged 27.39 points in the 3 games that he played 100% of snaps in last season. Okay, that was a different offense. Now we're looking at the Indianapolis Colts of last year's offense. So we've got some changes. Hopefully they're going to cater it to him running the ball. All I know is if you did project those points against 16 games last season, he would have been a top 5 quarterback at number 5, right behind Kyler Murray at 4. So
wow.
that is something to take into account. He gets 2 awesome running backs who can both catch the ball and are just freak athletes, and gets to share a backfield with those guys.
You're talking about Jordan Howard, right?
Shut up. I'm talking about Gaineswell
and Kerryon Johnson
and Mr. Sanders. We'll get to those. Okay, so he's got 4 backs.
I'm sorry,
bro.
You're right. My fault. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Stacked backfield. No, you're right. He has a stacked backfield. But my point is, outside of that, they have the easiest schedule in the NFL. If you actually go back to Sirianni's system last year, and you look at how Philip Rivers did in that, he was the 16th quarterback That's still not that. I mean, really, we want top 10 guys in fantasy, but 16, and he doesn't run the ball. You can bet Jalen Hurts will. So, and this was an old man. So, in 1 year with the system, we always look every year for that year 2 guy. It started with Lamar Jackson. The freaking doors blew off.
Started with Patrick Mahomes, actually.
You're right. It started with Patrick Mahomes, and the doors blew off. Well, here's the guy. I think you get him where you can get him. Hopefully late. Hopefully people will keep buying what the media is selling, and everyone will doubt this kid, and you can get him super late. Just avoid the Washington dates. Be ready to stream when he plays them. I think he's the best sleeper in the entire league.
Look, all I'm gonna say is like when you get on these tangents and you get on these hot takes, man, I'm not a fan of the hot takes, but it's a proven record. If you go back and watch our episodes, Jason has been right on almost every damn one of his kneel downs about like guys coming up and everything. So I'm taking notes over here. That's all I'm gonna say.
I try, baby.
Appreciate
my biggest thing with him is, like I said, okay, so let's just break it down even easier. We have a guy who got, like I said, we have 3 games where he played 100% of snaps. He dominated in each one in a completely different system. So what you have as a defensive coordinator is jack shit. That's what you have. All right? So you get to come in, and he gets a Heisman-winning wide receiver. Like, okay, we get those all the time. And he gets a guy who everyone was hype on last year. Now, all you heard was shit talking all year long about Rager. He's going to step into the slot. So you got a guy there who got a year under his belt, who understands what's going on, who's going to move to a position that benefits him more, his body size and all. And again, you're bringing in not just a badass college wide receiver, you're bringing in the Heisman Trophy winner.
Which has a little bit of like, a little bit of, fucking, obviously, I forgot the word I was trying to say. But those guys are good. Yeah, clout. It's got a little bit of clout behind it. You come in as a Heisman wide receiver, you're expected to do great things. And if you fuck up, like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm going to get to him in a minute, but because I have to pull it back a little bit. But his presence is what matters. Like we talked about with Lamar Jackson a little bit ago. I feel like all you need is a distraction. Well, he could play a very similar game. I think he'll actually be better at throwing the ball, but he could play a very similar game if they scheme for it. I think what you're going to see, we'll go ahead and transition to the backs. I think what you're going to see, so we look at, the only thing we can compare it to is what Indy did last year with JT and Nyheim Hines. And I think you're going to get a very similar usage. You're going to get Miles Sanders in that JT role, and you're going to get Kenneth Gainwell as your new Nyheim Hines. I'm going to jump to Gainwell first. Sirianni, because we don't have statistics. We can't really this is all projection because he's a rookie. But he drafted the guy literally saying, he reminds me of Nyheim Hines. So that would be my number one reason behind this assumption. He's literally better on paper at every physical level than Miles Sanders, except Sanders weighs a little bit more. He's a bigger back. And Sirianni has no ties to Sanders. Think about this. This guy comes in. He's an offensive coordinator, a great offensive coordinator, because that Indianapolis Colts offense was badass. I love some of the schemes they ran, especially with what they did with the backs, specifically the running backs. Go ahead, Erik.
Make one point?
Yeah.
Frank Reich was the one calling those plays. It wasn't Sirianni.
I thought Sirianni was the OC.
He was the OC, but he wasn't the play caller.
Okay, but still, I mean, you got
no. You're absolutely right. No, I don't want to take away too much from it, but I'm just saying he has not been a play caller. I'm sure he's probably been a play caller at some point in his career, but for that Colts offense, yes, he was in the meeting rooms. He was getting everybody ready, but he was not the one with the end of the day play calling authority.
He was implementing. He wasn't executing. But at the same time,
sure.
I don't like a head coach who calls plays.
You don't like Andy?
Come on, man. That's not fair. Come on.
You don't like Bruce Arians?
No. Bruce Arians is not calling those plays, and you know it. He fucking said as much. He actually said he doesn't do it. That Tom Brady does everything. Don't give me that shit. Anyway,
Bruce Arians is my favorite coach, man. I love that dude so much.
He's the best.
He's the best.
He always looks like he's drank a fifth of whiskey. His face is so red all the time.
Just ornery as shit.
He's living strong. If somebody's
He is.
living strong.
Yo, I'm a shameless plug. If you haven't watched the Amazon Prime All or Nothing with the Arizona Cardinals season where he was the head coach, watch that. It is amazing.
And also, Amazon Prime, if you'd like to sponsor us, we're more than happy to do that for you.
Yeah, let's bring that back. Sponsor this motherfucker.
He was you know what, Arians was the guy. He taught me one of my favorite sayings ever. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. It was the first person I ever heard
that was
say that.
Scott Hall, but that's fine.
Fuck you. For me, it was Bruce Arians.
I love Jay. I don't know what he's agreeing to, but I love him.
Anyway,
I don't know either.
Back to
Sorry,
my
Jason.
rant.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Again,
I'm leaving.
all right, no. I love you. I need you to keep pushing back on me. Okay, Sirianni. All right. Do we know that he's calling plays? Let's visit that. Do we know that he's going to be calling plays?
You talk, and I'll figure it out.
I don't know anything.
So here's my thing with Sirianni.
That is true.
You come in. So I was still trying to make a point, with or without him actually calling the plays. The point is this: you came in, you put your offense in place. You started talking about a guy who reminds you of a guy who had a huge role in the last offense you worked in, and the first back that they're drafting is Kenneth Gainwell. Okay, they don't have a loyalty to Miles Sanders. You know, they didn't go get Miles Sanders. This is the first back that they're going out to get. So that tells you something.
Did they spend? Was it a 4th round pick they spent on him, or was it a 3rd? I believe it's a 4th round pick. So it's not like incredible investment, but that's an investment.
It's an investment. I don't care. I don't care if it's your 7th round pick. You get 7 picks. So ideally, you're taking a guy that you have some kind of confidence in. There's a reason you want him.
Sure.
Right? So, okay. But you inherited Miles Sanders.
Mm.
Okay? I don't know. But I just think that's important to keep on record. I talked about Sanders, 3 or 4 episodes ago. He was the 14th best fantasy running back his rookie season in 2019. The 3 weeks that he played with Hurts at 100% of snaps, he averaged 17.7 points a game, and that was against New Orleans, Arizona, and Dallas. So the only game that he got given to him was Dallas. New Orleans was a top 5 defense, and he scored 27 points on them with that offensive line.
Woo.
That's what Miles Sanders did.
Woo.
Just because his quarterback gave him some options.
Yeah.
Okay?
Literal option. Like literally the option. Now,
here's where everyone's going to hate me.
Hey, Coach, what's the option?
Devontae Smith. If you're a dynasty guy, absolutely go get him, because I don't think that I actually saw. I don't know if anybody watching, or I don't think you two are really into the NBA anymore. But I saw a player comparison on ESPN where they compared Devontae Smith to Jay Morant. I'm not sure how you say
John Morant. Yeah.
John Morant, and just the way they are so fucking physical to be these little guys. Listen, Devontae Smith's pursuit to the ball is the craziest thing you'll ever see. If you've never watched his highlight reel from Alabama from before the draft, just go watch it. You will not believe how this kid chases shit down and just head to head with anybody. Doesn't matter. He's defined pursuit to the ball for me. Like it's insane to watch. If you haven't seen it, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch it. It's so amazing.
I watched his highlights like a few weeks ago, and I got this weird thing. Anybody in the NFL that their name starts with DE, Devonta, DeAndre, all these guys, they're going to be fucking amazing. Like, all jokes aside, I really think after watching his highlights, I'm like, bro, he's gonna be good. I'm excited to watch him play.
Yeah, and so, but here's the thing. Okay, I say this also with this guy being 6'1", 174 pounds. So yeah, he's a smaller receiver. But
I don't know, man. As a small, scrappy guy, I like small, scrappy guys, man. I'm always pulling for them. I love the small dudes, man. Because when they do, it's the mediocre line, man. I used to say this, back in the day. Like, if you ride that mediocre line, no matter what, everybody's going to think you're good. All you got to do, just don't suck. But whenever you do something big, your stock goes up because you're always going to be looked at as mediocre. So all he's got to do is just do something big, and then his stock is going to rise. And I'm really looking forward to seeing him play.
Before I get back to him, let's okay. So where does Boston Scott, Carry-On, and Jordan Howard fit in all this? Look, man, I don't think you're going to see 4 or 5 guys carrying the ball. I think those guys come up when injuries happen. But I think that Miles Sanders has more than earned his share of the carries. They need to know what they need to know about him now, before they go ahead, make a decision with him. He'll be a 3rd-year guy. So you want to make sure that you use what you got. Get the rubber off those tires, okay? And if he goes down, sure, those other 3 will come into question. But I fully expect to see Miles Sanders with Kenneth Gainwell spelling him in a Naheem Hines type of role. That's what I expect as of right now. The other 3, I'm sure there'll be injuries. Sanders does get beat up a lot. I could see them finding their roles as the season goes on, but I don't expect them to share carries with Miles Sanders right away.
If hypothetically speaking, let's say Sanders goes down, who do you think is going to step in that spot? You think it's going to be Carry-On?
Yeah. I don't
obviously.
I'm
just saying from a fantasy, from my own reasons, looking around. You know what I'm saying?
I think. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I think Carry-On has a prototypical size, kind of the college production metrics, to be a 3 down or at least a 1 and 2 down back. But I don't know. I guess it's been health. It's been weird coaching in Detroit for Carry-On. I loved him coming out. I believe he played at Auburn. He was a 2nd-round pick, for Christ's sakes, which the Giants love taking 2nd-round running backs. Just love it. All the 2nd-round running backs. So, yeah, if something were to happen to Sanders, I honestly think Kenny Gainwell stays in his same role because he's a smaller back, too. I think he's sub 200. He's like 195, 198, something like that. Yeah. So, yeah, Carry-On Johnson would get boosted to the moon. I'm sure they'll split a little bit with Jordan Howard as well. But, yeah, man, I would like Carry-On a lot in that situation.
Absolutely. So I think that answers that. Boston Scott being at the end of the bus.
Sure. Boston Scott special teams.
Stupid fucking name.
All right, so let's jump back to Devontae Smith. All right, so I kissed his ass for you. He is an awesome receiver. He's gonna be an awesome receiver. But let's get one thing straight right now. Off the jump, let's get one thing straight. He plays in a division with Trayvon Diggs, James Bradbury, and Will Jackson III. He'll be seeing them 6 times. Okay. Now, week 5. He gets the 2nd overall ranked CB from last year's draft. He gets J.C. Horn. Week 10, he gets Patrick Surtain. Both these guys played with him in Alabama, and they have a pretty good understanding of who he is. Week 9, Casey Hayward. Week 11, Marshawn Lattimore. Carlton Davis, week 6.
Ooh.
That's 11 games that I really hate his matchup in. So if you're going to take him in Dynasty, try to get the maximum, lowest pick you can get for him. Don't screw yourself, but
don't blow your wad.
Try to play it smart. Sure. Because I don't think year 1 this guy comes out and blows everybody's doors off. I think realistically you get to see him go out there. He'll make some plays, but that's a fucked schedule. He's got a guy who's going to play in the slot, like who I said earlier. I'll just transition to Jalen Reagor. He's like 6 foot 195 or something like that. I think he's going to be way better in the slot.
Yeah.
He's, they say he's in the best shape of his life. If you hear anything that's coming out of Philly's camp, if you see anything coming out of Philly's camp, people are raving over Jalen Reagor.
Jalen Reagor. Are those beat writers just like losing their minds about him?
Yeah, everybody's just coming their pants over him. And
let me tell you.
Hit me up. I know you got Reagor. I got 2 picks and I'm an idiot. Hit me up after this.
Let me tell you, Jalen Reagor is the definition of a post-hype sleeper to me. People were losing their shit about him last season because he was the number 1 in Philly. He is someone I think, especially in dynasty leagues, you can get fairly cheap right now, like a 201 type thing. Trent says, I don't know why every time we talk about trans guys on this team, why does your team suck so much? We keep talking about how good your players almost are. I think he's a definition of that, bro.
Yeah.
Well, look. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in summation. Behind Rager, you got Dallas Goedert in his contract year. And listen, again, we talked about having a mobile quarterback who's going to run the shit out of the football. He's going to try and make some throws. We've seen him. He's not scared. So he's got two backs that both can catch the ball. So now you're telling me you got Dallas Goedert's giant ass over the middle trying to get some money, trying to make that money, baby. And then you've got Jalen Rager, who's in the best shape of his life, also catching passes over the middle of the field for you. Mm-hmm. You have Devontae Adams. I mean, not Devontae Adams. Jesus Christ.
Breaking news.
Devontae Smith pulling receivers downfield, pulling corners downfield, especially really good ones for 11 games. That won't help you. I won't save you in Denver. But outside of that, for the most part, no, I won't save you in shit. Okay. They're going to have some bad games. They're going to have some bad games. But they do have the easiest. What's crazy is he plays, and that's why I can't get over this, man. Like, it's something you got to, like, get in your head now for the upcoming year, because they have the easiest schedule in football. And people will continue to tell you that. The Eagles have the easiest schedule. But when you look at it on paper with the guys who are playing in those secondaries, Devontae Smith has just the worst receiving schedule.
And let me give you a big props up on that, Jason, because you're diving deep. This is context. People need context to, the greatest strength of schedule. You have to look at the individual cornerback to wide receiver matchup. Jason is giving it to y'all right now. Jason, that's freaking awesome, man. I love it a lot.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, as somebody that's still pretty new to this, man, like fucking, if I'm hearing, they got the easiest schedule, of course I'm gonna pick these guys up. But I really appreciate that. That's phenomenal, Jason. I love you.
Exactly. No, that's perfect. And Trans said easiest schedule for the team. Hard, yeah. So that's the thing that these generic, the wide receivers has the easiest schedule. Yeah, cool. But look at their individual matchups, like Jason just did. Diving deep. That's what we do at the EJC NFL Pod. Except
I like it.
Next is the New York Giants. And Cam, what is your quote on them? No, sorry.
No, we still want to hear all about Philly. This is the best part of the show for you, baby.
Yep.
Oh God, hit me with some shinfo. Just fuck them up, Cam. Fuck them up.
All right. Up until their Super Bowl win, the only thing they ever had done of any relevance was being mentioned on The Office. It was summed up when Ryan asked Jim, as a true Eagles fan, how do you live with a franchise this bad? NFL shinfo.
Yikes.
Get wrecked, Eagles fans.
And stop pooping in the streets.
Go eat some more horse turds.
Why do y'all shit in the street? I don't understand.
They're acting like Eagles, right? That's their thing.
I've never seen that anywhere else.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Why shit in the street?
I'm offended.
Shit, Eagles, shit. There it is.
Shit, Eagles, shit.
And Tran is officially dead. Cam, you killed Tran.
I love it.
You killed him. All right, let me get through the New York Giants real quick. I don't give a shit about the New York Giants.
Ouch.
In my opinion, they have one fantasy relevant player on their team, and I actually have some pretty hot takes on that one. So let's get to Daniel Jones first. ADP quarterback 20. I think that's fairly appropriate. Jones is not a good quarterback. Is not a good quarterback. Hopefully it doesn't shock the world. He has
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, exactly. He has 22 interceptions and 29 fumbles through 2 years. That is a grand total of, let me see here. Is that 51 turnovers?
Dude, I got to look at like his missed highlights after this.
Bro, it's ridiculous. He does rush the ball. He is a pretty mobile quarterback. He can be, at least. He scored 3 rushing touchdowns in his career. So, yeah, you're mobile. That's fine. But you need to be Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray scoring actual touchdowns. Cam has gone haywire. Yeah. Jason, if I gave you a million guesses, you could not guess the 1, 2, 3 players that he had a higher touchdown percentage in the 3 quarterbacks he had a higher touchdown percentage than in 2020.
Get it right.
Dwayne Haskins. Cam Newton, who we know who was really bad last season, Alex Smith. End of list. End of list. Hold on. Let me see if we can get Cam back in here. he's just black. Do you see him black on there? Or is he good for you, Cam or Jason?
Can you hear me?
Wait, there he is.
Yeah.
Perfect. Cool. Let's keep
think I'm
going.
good.
So Daniel Jones is terrible. I don't. Now, granted, we'll talk about his receivers in a second. He did get an upgrade with Kenny Golladay and Kadarius Toney.
Mm-hmm.
What do they do to keep him from holding on to the ball? I don't think they do anything for that. I think he continues to fumble the ball, and I do not think he's going to be the starter at the end of 2021. That is my personal opinion on that. Saquon Barkley, we know he's great.
Yep.
ADP RB5, to me, that's a little too high. And I'm going to tell you why. In 2018, his rookie season where he came and just crushed the world. He was amazing. I remember drafting, I was in an 8-team league. I drafted him and Alvin Kamara at the turn. And then I got Devontae Adams and Michael Thomas at the other turn. I did not lose a game that season. But
wow.
In 2018, 7.6 targets per game. 2019, 5.6. 2020, 4.5 targets per game. Do you think his targets are going to go up with the addition of Kenny Golladay and Kadarius Toney?
No.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So I tried to find this stat. Trent, I actually agree with you. Trent says Saquon, I feel, is going to end up as an RB12. As the RB12. He'll be an RB1. He'll be a top 12 running back. I don't think that's really debatable. I think that's pretty fair. He's not RB5 to me. I tried to find these metrics of positive runs versus negative runs where, negative being a 0 or a loss run. Saquon, I've watched his highlights. He'll hit crazy long runs. He's not a good running back. He does not have good vision. He tries to bounce everything to the outside. He's an incredible receiver. I definitely give him that.
Mm-hmm.
But you've seen his targets per game fall in each of his 3 seasons in the league. They're not going to go up. They're not going up after the addition of 2 really good targets.
Absolutely.
So
And dude,
would you disagree with that, Jason?
I come in hot on that. Hold on. I'm taking this from Jason. I love you, buddy. Give me a second
Cam
because
is
I went on a
apparently
rant
saying
about
Hold on.
What happened?
when we ranked
I can't
our.
see Cam at all.
You can't see me? Can Jason see me? That's all that matters.
I can't hear him at all either.
You're freezing, but yeah.
Fuck.
I can hear him.
Yeah.
I can't hear him at
Well,
all.
if my screen's freezing, whatever. Fuck it.
Hold on, Cam. This is great podcasting material right here.
Yep. All right. Can you
Say
see me?
something.
Am I good? I'm talking. Everything good?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So
Can you hear
when
him?
Yeah. So
I can't.
He's talking a lot.
Yeah, sorry, dude. I'm sitting here talking, and I'm pretty sure because Jason's coming through clear. Eric's hiccuping on me. So when we done,
Can you actually hear him for real?
oh my God.
Yeah, he really is saying lots of words.
I can't understand. I can't hear him at all.
All right, so real quick, let me just real fast. So when we done our running back rankings, I went on a long tangent.
Guys, this went off the rails.
About Saquon Barkley. Why
I feel like he's just saying he's going to punch me.
Oh, God damn it!
He's trying so hard to give his Saquon take, but you keep interrupting him.
Dude, what
It's the best thing ever because you can't see him or hear him at all.
I hate it.
And he's just like,
God damn it! Saquon Barkley is fucking overrated. You look at guys like Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, like fucking Alvin Cook. They're all like Caffrey. They're all 100% better than this guy. He is like, yeah, he's going to come in. He's going to do good, but obviously he's not going to do as good as he had been. Eric, go back to what I'm going to kill
he
you.
basically said he hates Saquon Barkley.
Tag it on Twitter.
To everybody watching right now, can y'all hear him?
Yeah. If you could hear Cam, put an
Can
F
we
in
please?
the
Yeah,
chat.
just let me know.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear him or not?
Put an F in the chat.
Put an F in the chat.
Drop a fuck.
Put an F in it.
That's some good clean.
I
All right.
don't know if they can hear you. I might just have I feel like a medium right now. Like I'm
See,
talking to
Jay can
someone
hear
on
me.
the other
It's
side.
obviously Eric.
Fine.
Fucking
That's
shitty
good.
connection.
That's perfect. Jay, can you hear me as well? Because I don't know if I'm messing something up.
Jay put an L in the chat. I don't know what that means.
This is the best thing ever.
This is just
I
Just
am a
amazing
psychic
podcast.
medium.
There it is. He means L.
all right. Perfect. Let me get through the rest of this shit so we're not on here forever. Kenny Golladay, ADP running back or wide receiver 22. I hate this destination for him. I don't think his quarterback is good. I don't think that his skills as a deep receiver match up well with what Daniel Jones does well, which I'm not sure is a lot of anything. But it's just too many mouths to feed for him to be that alpha wide receiver. He's never he was quote unquote the alpha. He got off. He had 65. I'm gonna look it up. He had 65 receptions. I want to say for about 1,100 yards and 11 touchdowns in 2019. That was his really good year. That was awesome and everything. However, he's not a volume wide receiver. I will say this. If he turns into a possession wide receiver, then everything I just said is nonsense. And I will fully admit that. But based off his past production, I'm not sure. Actually, I think he has a talent to do that. Jason, I mean, would you agree? Because Kenny G is freaking good.
I love Galladay. But as you know, I'm an owner. But here's the deal: you're going from you're getting the ball from Stafford to this clown, and I don't like it at all, man. I don't like it at all.
Cam?
Oh, I like Galladay. I really like Galladay. I think he's gonna be really good this year with a fucking horrible team. Like he's gonna be the standout. Not Saquon. It's gonna be Galladay.
I can't hear anything.
He said, all right, hold on. It's like medium time. He said that
I'm gonna step out real quick. I'll come back. Hold on.
He said Galladay would be the best player on the team. He would be the Saquon Barkley of this year.
That's fair. That's actually very fair. Let me see if Cam can come back in. So I'm going to play another game real quick with you, Jason and Cam, if I can hear him.
Can you hear me now? There he is.
Yes!
We're back. God damn! Fuck yeah! Oh,
Jesus, dude, I'm so sorry, bro. That was awkward. I was just like, his mouth has stopped moving, so we'll just keep going.
It's all good, man. I don't know what happened, but it's all good. We can just.
So
and Jay said he can hear all of us, so it's all good.
No, that's perfect.
Whoopi Goldberg in the movie.
That's perfect. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to watch this one back and be like, "What the fuck kind of shit show was this?" All right, we're gonna play another game of Pick Your Poison. We're gonna play another game of Pick Your Poison. Kenny Galladay or DJ Moore?
Kenny Galladay.
Fuck. Galladay.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Galladay or Deontay Johnson?
Deontay
Johnson.
Robert Woods. And I'm just going to throw in Cooper Kupp, his teammate as well.
I'm really high on Woods and Kupp. I'm taking
Woods or Kupp?
Yeah, so Woods or Kenny G, Kupp or Kenny G.
Shit.
I like Kupp and Kenny. I like, God damn it, I like Moore and Kupp. So I would take either one of them over Galladay because I think they're going to have a phenomenal season. That duo is going to be wild. Goddamn Jay with the Kupp. That's what we're talking about. Jay's my boy.
It's Kupp.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized I was on mute. So,
idiot, bitch. Give it to yourself. Give it to yourself.
No, I'm going to give it to myself.
Give it
right now.
He's got idiot, bitch.
Twice. Idiot, bitch.
Oh, this is the worst. Jay says he'll take Higbee over Galladay as well.
Nice.
Well, that's stupid, Jay. You probably shouldn't do that. Let me get to the. So I'm going to say one more person, and the rest of these folks, I'll make it super duper quick. Sterling Shepard is wide receiver 63 in ADP. Let me give you his PPR finishes for this is per game for his entire career. I know he's dealt with injuries, guys. I understand that, but really, what counts is when he's healthy on your team.
Absolutely.
His rookie season, 2016, wide receiver 44. 2017, wide receiver 21. 2018, wide receiver 40. 2019, wide receiver 25. 2020, wide receiver 35. How are you drafting this man at wide receiver 63? You're fucking stupid. People.
It's
Wake.
Tony.
I'm sorry. This is pissing me off. No, I don't agree. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jason.
I
didn't mean to just scream at you.
No, you're fine, man. I just saw a lot of that preaching on Twitter today. It seems like a lot of people really believe Kadarius Toney will take his position. You know me, I believe they're going to bumble the whole thing. I told you during the draft, I wanted him in Tennessee, and I thought that as soon as he got drafted, I'm like, that's the worst fucking possible team to get because they're going to ruin him. They're not going to use him the way he needs to be used. So I don't agree with it, but I'm telling you that's why the ADP.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That makes sense, man.
We're both right, but
over wide. Yes, exactly. No, this is PPR trend. Sterling Shepard has been an incredibly productive wide receiver over his career.
Yeah,
legit, man. Like he's fucking awesome, and he just gets hated on. He's a great slot wide receiver. I'm gonna hit Kadarius Tony real quick. As a rookie, don't like him in redraft. Cool. Let's fuck with him in dynasty. I would take him mid to end of the second round in a dynasty non-superflex superflex league. Non-superflex, I think you got to bump that up to probably beginning of the second round, beginning to mid of the second round. That's all I'm gonna say about him. Darius Slayton. That's just a rough spot to be in. They got Kenny Golladay. He does the Darius Slayton kind of stuff. It's so funny, man. I haven't seen the kind of opinion shift on someone in a while that way. Going into 2020, people were I got and this is just nobody won in this trade, but I got Sony Michel for Darius Slayton straight up. And like I said, nobody won in that, but in my opinion, I was like, oh sweet, that's good. But he's just just not great, man. Don't like John Ross. I'll say this real quick. He's projected as a starting slot wide receiver by our lads. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't even know this name. I don't even know who this dude was. I looked at it and I was just like, okay, cool.
Yeah, no, John Ross was taken by the Bengals and
Ross, let's give it a little background. So John Ross was a guy who was drafted in Cincinnati to go opposite AJ Green and be some kind of speed freak, basically like what people are expecting from Devontae Smith. Well, maybe not what they're expecting from him, but your prototypical speeder, you're just Deshaun Jackson guy. That's what they wanted.
That's exactly right. Yep.
And
Gotcha.
they drafted this guy, and then we never saw anything happen. And Tyler Boyd was really way better.
You're absolutely right,
Gotcha.
Jay. They're tripping. Yeah, John Ross owns the record for the fastest 40 time in combine history. So Evan Ingram, he is not good. 2020 was 4th in targets. He was 20th in PPR points per game.
He should be able to play every position on the team.
If you're getting that many targets, you should be more productive. 100%.
Bro, he should be able to play every position on the team. He should take Daniel Jones's job as the quarterback. Evan Ingram is the ultimate football player. I just don't understand why he can't get anything done.
He's the next throw god.
Physically, he is it's upstairs.
Yep.
Because physically, the guy could do anything.
Absolutely. He's a freak. He's a freak. And we're going to play one more game of Pick Your Poison. Ingram, Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith.
Ingram.
Cam might not be able to.
Jonnu, all the way.
Gronk.
Cole Kmet or Evan Ingram?
Kmet.
Kmet.
Blake Jarwin or Evan Ingram?
Ingram.
So Jason, you're 3, Ingram. Cam, what do you
told you.
Yeah, I'm right there with him. I'm taking Jonnu. I'm taking fucking what was the other one? Gronk. I'm taking Gronk. I'm taking Kmet and shit. What was the last one?
It was Blake Jarwin.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
I don't know.
It's like I said earlier in the show. Jarwin is going to be a lot like Witten was in his later years. He'll get 3 to 4 targets. You can't expect more than that.
Yeah, it's just a different role, but he plays a much different role than Witten did because Witten was a chain mover. Blake Jarwin runs up the seam. Jarwin's an athletic guy, man. So who are you talking about, Trent? Did I say Evan Ingram? Because I've definitely traded him after I realized he wasn't very good. That was my initial take. So that's what you do in Dynasty, just so you know, Trent. So when you have a take on a player and then they show you otherwise, then you go ahead and trade them with your initial take in mind. So dum-dums will trade you better value for them. So there you go. And then the last person is Kyle Rudolph. His ADP is I don't give a shit.
Fuck him. Kyle Rudolph. I don't care about him.
He sucks.
He
sucked
do not
for
care
3
about him.
or 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Get out of my face. And Jay, no, we're not talking IDPs. We're already at an hour 15, and we have one more team to go. That would take our shit to like 3 hours. I would love to do an only IDP show one day. Maybe we will.
All right. Well,
we'll bring Jay on for it.
Real quick on that, since we're on there, before we get to Cam's Shinfo,
Yep.
Just a little IDP heads up. Let's check to see who's returning kicks. Kadarius Tony might do that, but if Adoree Jackson is returning kicks, just keep that guy in mind. That's where he's at now. There's your IDP tip of the night.
That is incredible,
Cam.
Jason. That's awesome.
Boom. Cam, hit me with the Shinfo.
Shinfo. All right, boys, can you hear me? I just want to make sure everybody can hear me on this shit. We all good?
No.
right.
No. Oh,
Unfortunately, I can't.
What the fuck? Wait, are you fucking with me?
I said, unfortunately, I can hear you.
Oh, you can? All right, cool. New York Giants Shinfo. You ready for this? The Giants' claim to fame. I don't care about their fucking Super Bowls. Nobody cares about their Super Bowls. Their claim to fame was having their name and logo used in the movie Little Giants, starring Rick Moranis and the girl from Halloween Town. And just like that movie, the Giants have lost all relevance and no one gives two fucking shits about it. Fuck the Giants.
And if you were in your 30s, you probably wanted to smash the girl from Halloween Town. So that's bonus information. I forgot all about it.
I think she was a crush for everybody back in the day, man.
Pretty much.
Halloween Towns. Yeah.
Halloween Town.
No, fuck the Giants, man.
Kim and I are married, so we can't speak on that.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Well, I mean, I could say she was a crush when I was a kid, just like the Kimberly from the Power Rangers,
Jackie,
and all of them. And my wife's so much hotter than all of them.
Did you say Panda?
Topanga.
Oh, that stupid show. That stupid show that y'all liked.
You're a son of a bitch, Eric. You just.
That's why you lack empathy.
He's a fucking.
It's why you lack empathy with.
I was watching Gilligan's Island. Whoever that chick, the redhead chick, was on that. Let's go.
How old were you?
Dude, I stayed at my grandparents' house when I was a kid a lot. So I watched old ass shows. All right.
Yeah.
Andy Griffith's girlfriend was hot as hell. Okay.
Yes, she was.
Eric,
both of them. Both
Eric likes the grandmas.
Both of them.
You are a G-MILF? That is a grandma. I would like to. No.
That Apocalypse reference. I like it.
Yeah.
This is a good show. This is my favorite
like
show.
We need a sweep arpeggio sound.
All right. Moving on to our final team of the night. The Washington
My home team.
That's right.
Unfortunately. Football team. The most aptly named of teams.
They are what they are.
They play football, and they are a team.
And they're from Washington, D.C. You can't get – just nailed it on the head.
I mean, Jesus Christ, what do you need to know? I mean, why the fuck are you asking?
Can we just go ahead and do this? Can you pull up the Shinfo for this? I think this is a great time for me to – yeah.
DC Shinfo.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect time because of what
Jason
Yeah, so of all the football teams in the NFL, the Washington football team is one of them. NFL Shinfo. It doesn't get any better than that. Thank you, Jason. That was amazing.
I love it. Well, rounding out the Washington football team, we start with a man whose ADP is quarterback 29. His beard is fucking weird, but we love it.
His beard is quarterback 1, okay?
Yeah,
okay,
really.
yeah. His beard's quarterback 1.
Absolutely.
Look, Ryan Fitzmagic, I don't need to sit here and preach to you. This guy loves to throw the ball down the field. Everybody watching this show probably already knows that. Everybody knows you can trust him. He's a pro's pro. He's been everywhere. He's seen everything. This team is designed to go vertical, and you couldn't ask for a better quarterback in that fit, in my personal opinion. When you look back at Ryan Fitzpatrick playing in teams like Tampa Bay, you can really see that his receiving core dictates who he is as a quarterback. Because anytime we can go back to fucking Buffalo for that matter. I don't have statistics. This is all off the top of the head. But I can tell you, Stevie and Robert Woods, Fitzpatrick looked like another level of QB when he had those guys. Mm-hmm. And every time you see him go to a new team who's got a stacked receiving core, what happens? He blows up and everyone acts like they don't know where it came from. But I think his greatest statistical year was with Mike Evans in Tampa Bay. And the football team has some pretty damn good receivers. They don't have Mike Evans, but they've got some badass receivers. And I would expect to see him have really amazing games considering they don't have one of the hardest schedules in football either. I think they're like top 3, maybe 3rd. They also have what arguably to me I've said this before. I'm gonna just reiterate: they have the best defense in football. The Rams have made some changes there. It really was Rams 1, Washington 2. I got to lean Washington. Nothing's changed. They've gained. If anything, they've gained Will Jackson. So, come on, man. They just got
They lost
better.
Ronald Darby, didn't they?
Yes, they lost Ronald Darby, got Will Jackson.
Probably upgraded.
Yeah. So, I just right now I don't even need to get into more numbers. I really don't think I do. I think this guy is a late round flyer. He's someone you want to stream. He's gonna have crazy weeks where everybody on that team clicks and they make it happen going down the field. Now, Taylor Heineke,
my man,
ADP QB 60, the cryptocurrency of quarterbacks, the one game big name, old Hind and Heineke, the type of man who only orders steaks at Outback Steakhouse and especially never orders Alice Springs chicken.
I wish to be like him one day.
He's riding hype from once getting to be on TV against a defense that had no tape on him. And his name sounds like a mediocre beer.
And let me say this real quick. If he gets out there this season, he starts, he's going to be flattened like a disgusting fucking pancake.
Okay,
that's all
hold
I'm
on.
going to say.
I actually had something ready for this. Okay, real quick. I just want to throw this out there. So in the one game that he was in the playoffs, he had 26 completions on 44 attempts, right? And he threw for 306 yards. Tom Brady, the same game, had 22 passes on 40 attempts and threw for 381 yards. Granted, Brady was better, but all I'm saying is you put Heineke out there in that one game. He was in the hot spot. You put this man in the limelight where the whole world is watching, and he still produced and looked good. I'm all on the Heineke train because Fitzmagic is going to get fucking hurt, and Heineke's going to have to step up, and he will step up, and it will be amazing.
Jesus.
That's rough. I don't see that happening at all.
I like Fitzmagic, but he's going to go down.
They're working hard on that offensive line. I mean, so much so they were able just to cut what's his name, the Wahoo.
Trent.
Not Trent, but
big
old Wahoo.
Wahoo Jones.
No, Wahoo.
No, that's not
it. Damn it, Morgan Moses. They were able just to cut ties with them. They've made something. They've improved so much on the offensive line. So I don't think that'll happen. And Cam, what I think you saw was Chase Young scaring the ever-living shit out of old-ass man Tom Brady, who literally understood that if he took one hit, it was over. And you got this other kid on the other side they don't have any tape on him. They don't know what he's about to do.
Right. Yeah, no. It's just become a fun thing. I have Heineke in my dynasty league, and it's all for show. But I mean, one day it will.
But he only orders
Heineke, or I'll fucking drive to goddamn Washington. And I'll fucking get my payment, motherfucker. Do something.
He only orders steaks at Outback Steakhouse, and I need you.
I'm gonna go
get on that level, dude.
Yeah.
Order a ribeye for once in your stupid life.
I did. I got one from Longhorns, dude. That shit was amazing. I fucking ate that shit up. I love steak, Eric. I love steak.
Not enough.
I'm gonna fucking shove a steak down your. Let's keep going.
Let's finish this shit.
All right. So here we know where Eric's going to have a little issue here. Antonio Gibson, ADP RB13. All right, so we're talking about the actual 12th back overall in 2020. He averaged 13 points a game the 14 games he played. We know Fitzpatrick's not going to check down to him, so we know a lot of that's gone. We also know that about J.D. McKissick, okay? And before I even get back on Gibson, let's just go ahead and shut this down. J.D. McKissick carried the ball 5 times and got 5 targets a game. He's not getting those 5 targets a game. That was his average for 2020. So will we hope that he carries the ball 5 times? I doubt it'll even be that.
And it was pumped up by his 29 targets in 2 games. So that's what that average was bumped up by. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
So let's go ahead and just knock McKissick off because there's nothing about last year's numbers that can be consistent to give us any kind of, landing place for him. No. But
he's a handcuff at best.
Yeah. But so Antonio Gibson, here's what I do like about Gibson. Gibson used to be a receiver. Okay, the guy actually could play a little wide receiver. He could get out there and run some routes. The big knock is that he's not going to get those 11 touchdowns that he got last year because all Washington could do in the red zone was run the ball. They literally didn't have options. They didn't have a guy like Fitzpatrick who could actually throw the ball in the red zone. So you're not going to see the same kind of opportunities there, but he may catching the ball. So for me, it's really hard to give you an exact on Antonio Gibson right now, but I'm leaning closer to his ADP than not, just simply because this is going to be a high-powered offense. Everyone on it is a speedster. He fits the mold. Again, the guy used to be a receiver, so he's going to be able to catch the ball. You know, over at PFF, they're calling him the Washington CMC. I don't think it's going to be that, but
that's a big statement.
You need to watch some of that.
Is that what you sent me the other day?
Yeah, it was a little shocking. Yeah, but
everybody looking for a hot take, dude. I'm telling you,
they all are. But we're going to keep it grounded, and we're going to say being in the teens is a great place for Antonio Gibson. We just simply don't know because they're going to play a different style of football. But what we can lean on is the fact that the guy is skilled as a receiver and can go out there and make those plays if he needs to do it. So that's what we're going to lean on.
So let me say this. I'm looking at his ADP right now. His overall is 36. Looks about 36.5. So that's the end.
Running back 13. I didn't mean 13.
No. I know what you meant. No. I got you, Jason. No, my bad, man. I was just trying to say like this is his overall ADP.
Yeah.
36.5. I think I'd be fine taking him at the end of the third round, beginning of the fourth.
Yeah. I don't see it. I wouldn't feel like that I'm, sometimes you get down in the draft and you feel like you're stuck with somebody. I wouldn't feel like I'm stuck with him. I would definitely take it.
Especially, man, if you could get him, if you're somehow on the turn, so like you're picking 101 and he falls to 401, because that's 3. I'd have to do the math there. I can't. No, never mind. Anyways, it doesn't matter. If you could get him as like let's say your third running back, Jesus Christ. He was buoyed a lot by his touchdown production, which was incredible. But as Jason was saying, that offense is going to be better. He should have more touchdown opportunities.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he could catch it. Like I said, that's the other thing, man. Like this guy's 6 foot, ran a 4.39, I think it was. Either way, you have some opportunities to go down the field with him in multiple ways. And I don't see, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see a clear-cut better starter in Washington. I don't see anyone to challenge him for that job.
No, I don't either. I just wanted to play a quick so the guys right behind him are Joe Mixon, J.K. Dobbins, Najee Harris, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Do you want Gibson or those guys?
Give me Clyde.
I was gonna say I'd take Clyde, and I might would take Dobbins over him. I might.
That's me too, Cam. I think I might lean Dobbins, but I like him over Mixon. I like him over Harris.
Yep.
I'm on record. I don't like Mixon. I don't like Harris. So, probably though CEH would probably be the only one I take over him. Now that I think about it,
Gus is going to cut into Dobbins. You guys got to go ahead and take that. Look, we talked about it. We proved it. Gus Edwards, he's still averaging 5 yards a carry 4 years in. All right, look, he's not going anywhere. Guy's a good football player.
He is,
and your quarterback's going to continue to rob you as well. So you stay the fuck away from J.K. Dobbins. Stop overhyping J.K. Dobbins.
I just wanted to do good.
Let me tell you, y'all go ahead and talk, but I actually I'm doing fantasy projections for all 32 teams this season. So I'm literally taking what I think their touches are going to be, all that stuff. For Dobbins, my what I got for him, because I gave Gus Edwards 145 carries. That is a little bit over what he's averaged, but we're doing 17 games this season. So
it's really one carry over, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it is. I think you're right, Jason. I've got him at 215 rushing or attempts, almost 1,000 rushing yards. I got him at 10 rushing touchdowns. He showed he can get in the end zone. So I got him at 10 rushing touchdowns, 18 receptions, 127 yards with 2 receiving touchdowns. That's got him at 192.7 points. I can't remember if this is a PPR format or not. That's good, but that's not like incredible by any means.
No, and it could absolutely happen, and I think he will be, a fantasy relevant player. But I don't want to take a guy like I don't want to put a guy like Gibson, who stands to be, the majority leader in a
Yeah.
backfield. I don't want to pass on the opportunity anywhere that it exists.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right, so let's run through this. Terry McLaurin, go get him now if you can.
Yes.
Don't think twice about this. First of all, he's a top 20 wide receiver over his career with extremely less than average quarterbacks. Okay? So we know this guy's a top 20 receiver, and he's had shit all to throw to him.
Yeah.
All right? Fitzpatrick has a history with 1,000-plus yard seasons for young wide receiver one. Look at Devontae Parker last year.
Oh,
Now, apply that to Terry McLaurin. Clean up your pants.
no,
Move
I'm
along.
not going to. I'm gonna wear it in shame and happiness.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Can I just quickly say that
Jesus.
it's
Okay.
my fault that he has Terry McLaurin. I got so upset in the first draft that I was going to get passed up. I saw Bryson, so I just went ahead and just blurted out that Terry McLaurin was going to be a badass receiver. And then Nick took him out of spite to Bryson. But really, I was doing it out of spite to Bryson because I knew he picked him before I did.
That's
so this
phenomenal.
is one of those situations where I had to.
Jason's like, dance, puppets dance.
I puppet mastered, but guess what? I think I tilted it in the right direction. I
like it.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll fuck with you. I am the Belichick. You guys just sometimes sometimes the veils just
I
right.
like it.
Slip.
Curtis Samuels, ADP, wide receiver 39, wide receiver 24 in 2020. So this is pure from PFF. He has a 83% catch rate, making him first among all receivers with 70 or more targets. Okay. He has a 77% catch rate on passes over 20 yards, which also leads the NFL for the position. He also helps run the ball with 41 carries last year, which is 17 more than any other wide receiver. He also had 12 missed tackles on the ground, which is a 29% forced missed tackle rate, which would be the highest percentage of all running backs if he were one.
Jesus.
He is, due to the rushing and receiving, he had 118 total touches last season, which was second only to Stephon Diggs. And being paired with McLaurin in a super aggressive fucking throw the ball down the field offense is A-OK. Curtis Samuels for president.
I love it.
That fucking pop was the greatest thing. Like, I was not ready for that.
Okay. Two more, gentlemen. Two more.
Two more.
I don't know how to say this.
Diami.
Brown.
Diami.
Like that Will
Diami.
Smith. That Will Smith Miami music video. You guys remember that?
Yeah, you just put a D instead of the M.
Diami.
I'm just gonna put Will Smith. Will Smith.
Look, 6'1", 189, averaged 20 yards a catch in his final 2 seasons at UNC. Holy shit. What did we just say about this offense? They want to go down the
vertical.
field, and he averages 20 yards a catch. No, it's college, but Jesus Christ. So everybody said he didn't have anything more than a go route. They have been, at practice so far, they said that you will not see him run more than 12 yards. So Rivera and company are making sure that they go ahead and get rid of that whole stereotype right away. This guy is running quick, precise routes. They're also saying he ran a 4.4. Now, this is one thing we talked about last year when this pod was still just radio. But, with COVID and not having a combine, it really screwed up a lot of what we would have gotten for realistic numbers to associate with these players. He came in with a 4.4, which probably hurt his draft grade a lot, but I think Washington's going to benefit from that because everyone who knows anything about this guy knows that seems really low for him, especially when we're talking about a guy who averaged 20 yards a catch. You don't expect him to be slow.
Yeah.
Okay, so Perfect receiver for Ryan Fitzpatrick. It almost seemed intentional. And again, we know he's more of a 4-3 guy. We know the other two receivers I mentioned are 4-3 guys. We know the running back's a 4-3 guy. They have the making of the most explosive offense in football. And we still haven't talked about Logan Thomas, the tight end 16. Look, he's not going to have 107 targets this season. So you can go ahead and forget about that. His ADP is spot on, though. Tight end 16. He's got a lot of opportunity around him. We talked about earlier, I mentioned the Redskins had to run the shit out of the ball last year. I actually wish I had that metric and stat in front of me. I don't know why I didn't write it down, but it was something unreal. Like they had to run exclusively in the red zone because they just couldn't throw the ball. They didn't have the They just didn't. Yeah. They couldn't.
They didn't have
yeah, they didn't have. Yeah, Heineke sucked, and so they couldn't throw the ball in the red zone because he was pathetic and sat on the bench. And so Logan Thomas didn't get any of the opportunities that he should have in the red zone. And therefore, when we talk about a team who's going to get huge chunk plays, I like Logan Thomas to make up for some of those targets in red zone receptions.
Yeah, we'll see, man. They need somebody. I don't know who's there as a kind of a red zone threat for them. So that would be the way
he's the biggest body. Old Cam Sims. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, man. I mean, we'll see. But he's going to be on the field a lot more, especially if they're playing, 12 personnel around the goal line, stuff like that. Tran had a good point earlier. With all that speed downfield, Antonio Gibson has plenty of opportunity to get a lot of screen passes, get that man in space. He is a former wide receiver who is literally built like a running back, 4.39 speed. Let's freaking go. So there we go. There we go, fellas. NFC East is in the books. We need one more Shinfo.
I already did it.
You already did it.
Cam,
do a Shinfo. Make one up.
All right.
Right now.
The NFL is a good place to watch football. Shinfo.
This is
out of all the football leagues in the world, including ice hockey and fucking fairy soccer,
ice soccer,
and all ice soccer and all that shit. The NFL is the number one spot to get real fucking football. And if you want to go even down the rabbit hole for that, you go to the AFC where Tennessee is at, and that's where you're going to get the real fucking football because the NFC sucks fucking ass. So do the Cowboys, and fuck them. That's the Shinfo.
Sorry, I'm into the stream now. It was fun, guys. Y'all be good.
Hey,
you should have put him on the spot. He's like a gremlin. You can't do certain things with him. You can't put him on the spot.
I just threw a bunch of water on him,
after
didn't I?
midnight. Yeah, you did.
I just turned into like real fucking mean. I just see it, and then I just bear in on it, and I'm like, I'm gonna hurt some feelings. It's only
damn it. Anyways, listen, this was a lot of fun, fellas. I appreciate y'all being on here. We'll see y'all again next week. We're gonna keep this regular time. It's gonna be Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna try not to go an hour and 39 minutes again. But
I'm so upset.
On behalf of my two homies right here, we are the EJC NFL Pod. We are out. Throw them up, fellas.
Get it in.